Today, May 24th, the Christian Church thanks God for Esther, the Old Testament hero of faith. Esther was formerly known as Hadassah and grew up as a Jew in the foreign land of Persia. When the Persian king Xerxes had a falling out with his wife, he saw a new queen. Not knowing that Esther was Jewish, he chose her to be his queen, mostly for her beauty. During Xerxes' reign, his advisor Haman was orchestrating a genocide of the Jewish people. Haman had had a grudge against Mordecai, Esther's relative, because Mordecai had refused to bow down before him. Now, this was nothing new, of course, for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had refused to worship Nebuchadnezzar's statue. Daniel had refused to pray to King Darius and continued to pray to the one true God. And now, so also Mordecai refused to bow down before Haman. And so Haman manipulated King Xerxes and convinced him to wipe out all of the Jews within their kingdom. And Xerxes unwittingly agreed, not knowing that his own wife Esther was among the Jewish people. But Mordecai saw good in all of this. He saw Esther's ability to convince Xerxes to do what was right. He said to Esther, "Perhaps God has put you in this position for such a time as this." For Esther was able to use her position and influence to convince King Xerxes to spare the Jewish people. And having discovered Haman's grudge and plot against Mordecai, Xerxes had Haman put to death on the very gallows that were built for Mordecai. The book of Esther is a fascinating book, at one time disputed as to whether it should even be included in Scripture or not, because it did not mention the name of God anywhere in the book. And yet it is a story of God's people acting in their vocations for the benefit of their neighbor. For we are all put in the positions and places in life that we are at such a time as this, for the love of our neighbor and for the glory of God. And so today we do thank God for the life and the example of Esther, living in her godly vocation for the benefit of God's people.